It was 1:64 inches the morning. Musashi stepped onto the damp sand of Ganryū Island, feeling the rhythm of the waves beneath his feet. Across the beach stood Sasaki Kojiro, the infamous demon of the long sword, his oversized blade gleaming under the first hints of dawn. Musashi's hands were empty. He had left his sword behind. As he walked, his gaze traced the ocean's unceasing movement. Waves flowed effortlessly over rocks and sand, retreating only to return with renewed purpose. There was no rigidity, no struggle against the inevitable. In the patterns of water, Musashi saw a truth. The duel would be won not through strength or technique alone, but by understanding the forces in play and moving in harmony with them. Kojiro's impatience was evident. "Where is your sword, coward?" he shouted. Musashi remained calm. Every aggressive word, every rushed movement only confirmed what he already knew. Resistance generates resistance. Rigidity leads to fragility. Flexibility, patience, and adaptation yield mastery. He picked up a wooden oar left on the shore, carving it with deliberate strokes until it became a crude, jagged sword, longer than Kojiro's. Imperfect, yet responsive, it embodied Musashi's realization. Tools, methods, and approaches are valuable only when aligned with circumstance. The best solutions emerge from awareness and adaptation, not from rigid planning. When the duel began, Kojiro attacked with precision. Musashi moved fluidly, letting the force pass by, redirecting energy instead of meeting it head-on. In a single, decisive strike, his wooden sword landed. Kojiro fell. The victory was more than martial, it was philosophical. Alignment, observation, and adaptation had outmatched technical skill alone. The dawn broke slowly over Ganryū Island, and Musashi stood silently, observing the ebb and flow of the waves that had guided him. That morning, he understood a principle that transcended dueling. Life itself is dynamic, a system of interacting forces. Success does not come from forceful resistance, but from perception, adaptability, and transformation. In modern terms, challenges in work, relationships, or personal growth mirror Kojiro's aggression. Most confront these challenges head-on with rigidity, expending energy on resistance. Musashi's water strategy offers a different path. First, perception. Understand the patterns, energy, and rhythm of any situation. Second, adaptation. Move fluidly, responding strategically rather than reacting impulsively. Third, transformation. Subtly influence circumstances over time, aligning outcomes with intention. He recalled the creation of his wooden sword. It was not a polished weapon, but a product of context, need, and responsiveness. Life rewards those who act creatively in the moment. This same principle applies to modern struggles, deadlines, conflicts, or personal fears. Brute force alone cannot solve them. Awareness, strategic adaptation, and subtle transformation can. Musashi internalized another truth. mushin, the mindless mind, a state of relaxed alertness, free of rigid expectation or obsession with outcome. In this state, he moved intuitively, fully present. The mind absorbs, interprets, and responds without hesitation, a principle that can guide anyone facing uncertainty today. By evening, Musashi had walked the shore for hours, feeling the ebb of energy in every moment, reflecting on Kojiro's failed aggression. Resistance wasted energy, flow conserved it. Presence amplified effectiveness. Each encounter, each choice was an opportunity to engage with life dynamically rather than forcefully. Weeks passed. Musashi traveled quietly, observing nature and people, applying the water strategy in every decision. He noticed that rigid planning often collided with unpredictable circumstances. Solutions demanded flexibility, perception, and subtle influence, not force. The duel had taught him that mastery extends beyond combat. Every interaction, every task, every conflict is an arena for flow. By observing patterns, redirecting energy, and shaping outcomes gently, Musashi moved efficiently through life. He reflected on modern parallels in work, conflict with colleagues, or creative projects. The same principles apply. Those who impose rigid control meet friction. Those who flow with circumstances conserve energy and achieve more. Musashi's philosophy was experiential. Knowledge alone was insufficient. Action, reflection, and alignment cultivated insight. Small experiments like the wooden sword demonstrated the power of context-driven decisions. Over time, repeated, mindful action shaped character, intuition, and resilience. He meditated by rivers, watching currents navigate rocks and branches. Each obstacle altered the flow, yet the water persisted, sculpting the riverbed over time. Life, Musashi realized, is the same. Persistent, gentle, and adaptive engagement with challenges shapes destiny more than forceful conquest. Years later, Musashi's water strategy became instinctive. His movements, decisions, and responses reflected the rhythm of life itself. Challenges no longer intimidated. Fear became information, frustration a guide, resistance a teacher. Strength lay in fluidity, awareness, and adaptive action. Modern practitioners can emulate this, observe patterns, respond strategically, and subtly transform obstacles into opportunities. In business, relationships, and personal growth, the water strategy encourages engagement without wasted effort, influence without aggression, and mastery without rigidity. Musashi's duel with Kojiro was more than history. It was a living philosophy. His lesson: power emerges from alignment, not force. Mastery arises from understanding, not only skill. Success flows from perception, adaptation, and transformation. Life is in constant motion. To resist it is to suffer. To flow with it is to achieve. The ultimate message is timeless. Observe deeply, adapt wisely, act creatively, and transform subtly. Obstacles are teachers, resistance is guidance, and true strength flows without breaking. Musashi's wisdom transcends centuries. Victory lies not in domination, but in the skillful dance with life itself.